Most men will never directly ask for what they truly want in relationships, not because they don't want it, but because they were taught not to need it. They were taught to be strong, to be independent, to handle things alone, to avoid appearing vulnerable. So instead of asking, they hope. They hope you notice. They hope you feel it. They hope you intuitively give what they cannot easily request. Today, you are going to learn what men secretly hope women will do, not in a manipulative way, not in a performative way, but in a way that creates real emotional connection, trust, and attraction. This is not about pleasing men. This is about understanding the deeper emotional dynamics that make relationships thrive. From a young age, boys learn a subtle lesson. Needing is weakness. Wanting closeness is vulnerability. Expressing emotion risks rejection. So instead of saying, "I need reassurance," they become distant. Instead of saying, "I want to feel wanted," they seek attention in indirect ways. Instead of saying, "I need emotional safety," they hide behind humor, silence, or control. Men don't usually lack emotional needs. They lack language and permission to express them, so they hope women will understand without being told. And this is where misunderstandings begin. Women often interpret silence as disinterest. Men often experience silence as protection. Women chase clarity. Men retreat from pressure, and both end up feeling unseen. Here's the truth most dating advice never explains. Men don't secretly want women to do more. They secretly want women to do less, but differently. Not less care, not less love, but less emotional labor for them. They don't want to be rescued. They want to be invited. They don't want to be chased. They want to be chosen. They don't want to be managed. They want to be trusted. This is where feminine magnetism begins, not in performance, but in presence. Most men will never say, "I want to feel like I earned your affection," but it is one of the deepest drivers of masculine energy. Men feel more connected to what they invest in: time, effort, initiative, protection, provision. When everything is given too easily, when you plan everything, initiate everything, fix everything, he feels less needed, not more loved. What men secretly hope is that you allow space for them to step up, not by playing hard to get, but by being grounded enough not to overfunction. Letting a man earn you is not manipulation, it is respect for polarity. Most men will never say, "I want you to trust my capability." But when a woman constantly corrects, manages, or anticipates every outcome, a man slowly feels unnecessary. Men feel most bonded when they feel useful, competent, and trusted. This does not mean you become dependent. It means you stop competing with his role. The more a woman radiates self-trust and emotional stability, the more a man feels safe stepping into leadership energy. Men secretly hope you will stay emotionally warm without becoming emotionally heavy. They want affection without pressure, interest without demand, care without control. When a woman stays warm but grounded, something shifts. He doesn't feel cornered. He doesn't feel tested. He feels invited. Warmth without chasing is magnetic. This is something most men will never admit, but space matters. Not emotional withdrawal, but breathing room. Men process emotion differently. They often need distance to feel closeness again. When you fill every silence, answer every gap, and close every space, desire has no room to grow. Men secretly hope you allow space, not because they want to leave, but because space lets them return with intention. This is the deepest one. Men secretly hope you love yourself more than you chase them. Not because they want to be ignored, but because they respect women who do not abandon themselves. When a woman prioritizes her peace, boundaries, and growth, men feel safer investing. Not weaker, safer. Because self-respecting women do not cling. They connect. Here is the important boundary. Some men hope women will do these things not to build connection, but to maintain control. Those men enjoy being chased, being centered, being emotionally fed, without giving consistency. That is why these principles are not about saving men. They are about revealing them. Healthy men rise when you hold yourself steady. Unhealthy men fade when you stop overgiving. And that is clarity, not loss. This video is not about doing more for men. It is about becoming the woman who does not overfunction, does not overexplain, does not overchase, does not overgive, but instead becomes grounded, warm, and self-anchored. That is what men secretly hope for. Not perfection, not performance, but presence, because presence feels safe, and safety is where real desire lives. When you stop chasing connection, connection starts chasing you. Not because you manipulated anyone, but because you finally stood in your power. And that is what changes everything.